Let's roll out the weekend slate of bets, which there's 7 of them. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode, the Friday edition here of Winning Bets, where we give out free daily sports picks every day. I hope you guys are enjoying that Friday and starting to ease on into your weekend. That's right, I've got 7 bets for you on the heels of Thursday Night Football, which we went 1-3 last night. We got that Cam Akers prop. That was incredibly easy to hit his over. He cashed over that on the second drive. He was running so good, and the Rams combined that with also running that no-huddle, up-tempo offense. Henderson just couldn't quite see the field. I mean, they just couldn't quite sub him in, and the drives were even going really quick. So even on the next series, they never went to Henderson. So he never really had an opportunity to really cash on his over. He had 3 carries, 2 of them for 5 yards, and his first carry was about like that 7-yard run there, but then that got negated due to a holding penalty, so that's why he only ended up with 2 carries, even though he did touch the ball 3 times, so he never saw the opportunity. We did get the over or the under right, but we missed the Patriots couldn't keep it within 10.5 points, so they just got blown out in that game. I saw the Rams winning that game. We talked about the Rams winning, but just didn't see the Patriots getting blown out by more than 10.5 points. So, they obviously couldn't quite cover that 10.5 spread. And then we didn't get a punt there on that first result. We wanted to see that Patriots offense trot out onto that field first, but we're unfortunate seeing that. But it's all right. We're going to go ahead and rebound. I've got 7 bets for you guys over the course of the weekend, 3 soccer bets, 4 NFL bets. All the action will start Saturday, so plenty of time to watch this video and go ahead and get your picks in. Let's just jump on in with the soccer because those bets are up first on Saturday. The first one we're going to look at is in the Bundesliga. We're going to look at that Union Berlin versus Bayern Munich game. Bayern Munich did play midweek in Champions League, but don't fool you. Anybody who's going to be involved in this Union Berlin Bundesliga game, the manager would have rested or at least played the allotment of minutes. The Champions League lineup, because Bayern Munich had nothing to play for, had no impact on this game. So all your big boys will be out there for Bayern on Saturday. If you look at Union Berlin, their home matches, the over of 3.5 goals is at a 4-1 record, and they're seeing 4.2 goals per matches in their home fixtures. If we look at Bayern Munich away, the over 3.5 is cashed also 4 out of 5 times. It's gone 4-1, and they're seeing 4.4 goals in all of their away fixtures. So couple that in with both of these teams, given their form home and away, the great success of over 3.5. Bayern Munich is going to trot out their A lineup. I'm taking over 3.5 goals in this game, and that comes in at -120 over at DraftKings. The next game here is Everton versus Chelsea in the Premier League, much like Bayern Munich with their lineup here over the weekend. Chelsea's got the same thing with their Champions League lineup. Anybody that Lampard wanted to have and play any amount of time on Saturday's game against Everton would have gotten rested. They had nothing to play for in midweek's Champions League game, so don't worry about that they had any involvement there. It does not matter. Chelsea's trotting out their A lineup. We know all the clean sheets that they've gotten lately. We know Everton struggles. Their only win lately is against Fulham. They have 1 win in 7 games, and that only win is against Fulham. Everton is absolutely struggling. They came out on fire to begin the season with Calvert-Lewin scoring goals, but that's cooled off. So I'm going to go ahead and just take that Chelsea money line, and that's -130 over at DraftKings. I thought about doing money line plus over 1.5, and that comes in at even money at DraftKings. But you know what? Just due to my recent struggles here, a little bit of soccer, I don't want to say I don't want to get cute because I don't think that's getting cute. I do see Chelsea scoring 2 goals, but I just want to keep it the baseline easy. I like -130, so I'll just stick with that money line bet at -130. Then the last soccer bet I've got for you here is on Sunday's games, and it's money line parlay. The first game is Palace versus Tottenham. Much like those other clubs, Chelsea and Bayern Munich, while they did have something to play for in their Europa League game on Thursday, they rested everybody. They rested Kane, they rested Son, Højbjerg, Dyer, Mbale, and Sissoko. None of those guys were in the starting lineup. Some of those guys did come on, but if they came on for 20, 30 minutes, that doesn't impact their involvement on Sunday. That's just, them stretching their legs out. Jose Mourinho showed with his starting lineup, he put emphasis here on this Premier League game while also winning their Europa League game and also winning group. But the focus here was on that. Tottenham has a significantly greater goal differential than Palace. It's +14 versus +1. They're number 1 in the league. Son and Kane are an absolute duo. So anything other than a Tottenham win here would be an absolute upset. So that's going to be one team in this parlay. It's the Tottenham. And the other team is Liverpool. Liverpool is going up against Fulham. I mean, suggesting anything but a Fulham win is absolutely foolish. Liverpool is in the same scenario as Bayern and Chelsea with their Champions League game. Nothing to play for. They rested in anybody that they wanted to for this Premier League game. So that's the parlay. It's Tottenham, Liverpool on the money line parlay, and that's plus 131. You're getting both of these top teams in the Premier League against crappy Premier League teams at plus 131. I absolutely love that, and that's over at DraftKings. All right, let's transition now to the NFL. And you know what, guys? There are things in life that we just can't agree on, right? Is it half empty or is it half full? Do you like chunky peanut butter or is smooth peanut butter better? Or how about, do you say aunt or do you say aunt? Those are things we can't agree on. But can we agree on one thing? Can we agree on that the Packers are beating the Lions? I mean, the Packers are beating the Lions, right? That's going to happen. You can go ahead and nod your yes. Yeah, nod your head. Yes. Packers are beating the Lions. Everybody's on board and agreeing with that. What about Titans over Jaguars, right? Titans over the Jaguars. Everybody loves the Titans here in the bounce back spot, coming off a loss, going up against the 1-11 Jaguars. They're crappy. Yeah, the Jaguars keep it close, but nobody's taking the Jaguars to beat the Titans. If I had to say, give me $5, are you betting on the Titans or Jaguars? You're betting on the Titans. So that's another thing. We can all nod our head and agree on that. Yeah, okay. And what about the Buccaneers over the Vikings? Buccaneers, better offense, better defense, and they're coming off a bye against the Vikings team that just struggled against the Jaguars. Nobody's taking the Vikings over the Buccaneers on the road. Bucks coming off a bye. So if you parlay those three teams, if you parlay the Packers, if you parlay the Titans, and if you parlay the Buccaneers, that money line parlay comes in at plus 121 over at DraftKings. I bet that's something we can all agree on. You may not agree on chunky versus smooth peanut butter, but you can agree on that three-legged money line parlay in the NFL. All right, my other bet here in the NFL is another parlay. I'm going to go ahead and take Colts plus 6.5. Colts are playing the Raiders. Look, better team all around, right? We know the Colts have a phenomenal defense, have a pretty good offense. Raiders struggling against the Jets. Obviously lucky to even come out of that game with the win. But the Colts are just, it's their really good strength on defense that I'm going to lean on here. But I'll give myself a plus 6.5. So give me Colts plus 6.5. Next game here is Washington versus 49ers. Look, 49ers are really bad. I mean, they're just bad. You saw it on Monday night against the Bills. If Nick Mullins, if the ball in his hands in terms of if the game matters, he just cannot get it done. You can't always rely on the run game. At some point, Nick Mullins has to get it done. He just can't get it done. So I'm taking Washington plus 10.5. I'll go all the way up to plus 10.5 to feel comfortable. So give me Washington plus 10.5. And the next game here is Falcons versus Chargers. I just can't trust anything that the Chargers are doing. The Chargers absolutely suck. They've only beat the Bengals this year. They've only beat the Jaguars this year. They've only beat the Jets this year. That's it. That's all the Chargers have beaten this year. They're an absolute dumpster fire of a team. Head coach is absolutely on the hot seat. Give me the Falcons. They've been tripped up lately. 2 out of 3 games against the Saints, but a lot of teams are going to lose to the Saints. Other than that, they had it generally going up under Raheem Morris, the interim coach. So I like the Falcons at plus 6.5. So that's your three-team teaser parlay. It's Colts plus 6.5, Washington plus 10.5, Falcons plus 6.5, and that's at plus 137 at FanDuel. Come on, guys. Go ahead and get these bets in. I got 2 more for you. We're going to be making money all weekend. I love these bets. The next one is a 2-teamer. I'm going to go ahead and take this one straight up. I'm taking the Panthers over the Broncos. The Broncos are bad. I don't care that they just hung recently to the Chiefs. They can't do it. They're not going to be able to pull out the win. The Panthers are actually a really good team. They're a pretty good team here at home. So I just like what the Panthers are doing. So, yeah, it's Panthers money line. And I'm going to parlay that with Giants plus 7.5. I don't even see the Giants losing this game, but this is another one where I wanted to give myself a little bit of a breather. Look, the Cardinals are not good, folks. They're 6-6. And when they're one Hail Mary away from being 5-7. So don't get stuck on the name recognition. Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, don't let that fool you. This is really not really all that great of a football team. Going up against the Giants, who are red hot, stellar defense. That's a really good defense that they've got on at New York. But again, I'll get myself safe. I'll get myself a touchdown plus another half of a point there in the Giants. So that's the parlay. It's Panthers on the money line, Giants plus 7.5, and that comes in at plus 135 over at DraftKings. One more NFL bet for you guys here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Saints money line. Saints are going up against the Eagles. Look, Eagles, got a nice little bump last week, but that was mid-game when Jalen Hurts come in. This is starting from scratch. There's not going to be any bump that Jalen Hurts is going to be able to provide. He's going to have to just be able to do it. Can you do it? Are you going up against the top 5 defense there in the Saints? No, you're not going to be able to just have your way with these Saints. Saints are really good defensively. We know the explosiveness they have on the offensive side. If this gets into a shootout, I'm not even worried. Saints will be able to outscore the Eagles all day long. I'm going to parlay them with Dolphins plus 16.5. Dolphins going up against the Chiefs. I don't think they'll need all 16.5 points. But again, I just wanted to give myself a little bit of breather room, be safe. I think this is going to be an extremely close game. Guys know how I feel about it because it's on the Fox Bet Super 6 app. So I just don't see the Dolphins getting blown out. But again, when you start putting up real money on the line instead of these games that we play, real money involves real decisions. So I'm going up to 16.5. Another good line here. It's Saints money line, Dolphins plus 16.5. And that comes in at minus 133 over a FanDuel. So how you guys like those? How awesome do those 4 NFL bets, 3 soccer bets sound? And I'm going to add my favorite NFL prop bet. I'm going to tweet that out on Sunday. You guys know that these sportsbooks really start putting out prop bets Saturday night and then the Sunday morning. So I'm going to find my favorite prop bet, and I'm going to tweet that out. So we'll roll with these 3 soccer bets. We'll have these 4 NFL bets, and then I'll tweet out my favorite NFL bet. It's at Winning Bets Pod. It's at Winning Bets Pod. I'll tweet out my best prop bet. So that's how we'll do it, guys. We'll roll out those 8 bets. We'll count up all the profit on Monday's show, and we'll start off a new week on Monday. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday's show. I'm Jason Mattis. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.